In this tutorial, we will learn about maps in Go, which are used to efficiently manage collections of key value pairs. Here's how you can declare and initialize a map in Go. We start by creating a variable and call it inventory. We set that to be equal to map, and then we specify the type of the key, which will be a string, and then the type of the value, which will be a int. Inside, we can write, for example, pens. We set that to be 100. And we can add another field and call it notebooks. Notebooks. We set that to be 50. This creates an inventory map with quantities for pens and notebooks. Another way to do it would be to create an empty map and add items to it later, and it will look something like this. And you have to use the make keyword. And then you could do like this, inventory pens equal to 100, inventory notebooks equal to 50. Let's revert it back to the first way of doing it. You can read values from a map using the key. Let's create a new variable, quantity, and we can set that to be inventory, and then we can use the pens key. Let's print this out, quantity. So let's run this. Go run main.go, and it prints out 100. If a key doesn't exist, it will return the 0 value for the map's value type. So for int, that is 0. Let's write unknown quantity, and we set that to be inventory, and then a key that we don't have in the map, markers. If we now print this out and we run it again, you can see we first get 100 and then we get 0 because markers doesn't exist in the map. To check if a key exists in a map, you can use a two-value assignment. The first value is the key's value, and the second is a boolean indicating if the key exists. So we write v for the first variable and OK for the second one. And we can then set that to be, say, inventory and then paper clips. If OK, meaning the key exists, we can print out the inventory has, and we pass the value, and then let's say paper clips. And if it doesn't exist, let's say paper clips are not in the inventory. Let's run this. And we get the result, paper clips are not in the inventory. Let's add that key to the map, paper clips, and we can set that to be 3. And let's run it again. And we can see this time we get the inventory has 3 paper clips. You can remove entries from the map using the delete function. So to do that, you will write delete. We will pass our map inventory and the key we want to delete. So let's delete notebooks. If we now check if the notebooks exist in the inventory, it will return false. Let's assign that to inventory, notebooks, and then we can print out OK. And we get false. Let's add some erasers to our inventory. Erasers, and we can set that to be 30. You can iterate over a map using the for loop. So let's say for item quantity, and then we set that to be range inventory, and inside the for loop we can write fnt printf. There are %d, %s in the inventory, and then we can do a new line, and let's pass quantity and item. So let's run this, and we can now see it go through the whole map. There are 100 pens in the inventory, 50 notebooks, and 30 erasers. So let's see how we can compare different maps in Go. So if we have inventory 1, and then we can copy this and we can say inventory 2. You cannot directly compare two maps using the double equal operator. This is only valid for nil. So if we write if inventory 1 equal inventory 2, that will give us an error. And it will say map can only be compared to nil, meaning we can only do this. However, with Go 1.21, it introduced some helper functions for map. We can write if map.equal, and we can pass inventory 1, inventory 2. In that case, we can print out the inventories are equal, else the inventories are not equal. If we run this, we can see we get the inventories are equal. And if we change this to maybe 50, we will get the inventories are not equal. And if you would like to empty a map, clear, and then you pass the map inventory 1. So here we can print inventory empty inventory 1, and then let's print it after we clear it. So inventory 1, and let's run it. First we can see we have the map with the keys and the values, and then when we print it again, it's empty. In this tutorial, we explored how to use maps in Go. We covered how to declare and initialize them, add keys, accessing keys, and removing them. We also looked at how to see if a key exists and loop through the map, and using some of the helper functions that comes with map. Thank you for watching this tutorial. See you in the next one.